After School Adventures with Miss Lynn. We're at Neva Lomason Library today getting ready for thankfulness and Thanksgiving. I hope that you are excited to express your thankfulness to all of your family and friends. And I love the things that we are doing for our Thanksgiving story time. I'm going to read you a really fun little book today about Thanksgiving rules. You probably have your own family traditions and rules. Everything is in a little bit of flux this year with our COVID and changing up traditions, but I still think this is the perfect book for Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving Rules was written by Lori Friedman. The illustrations are done by Teresa Murfin. Thanksgiving Rules. I am Percy Isaac Gifford. Today's Thanksgiving Day. This is my empty stomach. This is the buffet. And here's a little secret. I'm a Thanksgiving pro. When it comes to Turkey Day, there is nothing I don't know. I get the most out of my holiday. I promise you can too. Just follow my simple rules. That's all you have to do. The first thing you must know, moms like to set a mood. They like to control everything from your clothing to your food. So wear whatever you have to, from your head down to your feet. Remember, the sooner you get dressed, the sooner you can eat. Rule 1, smile and say, pumpkin pie. Next, you have to get involved. Dad likes when I volunteer. He says seeing me help out fills his heart with cheer. Now I know that it's no fun to sweep or clean or peel, but trust me when I tell you it's the fastest way to the meal. Rule 2, eat, drink, but first clean. After you're done cleaning, I'm sure you'll want to eat, but you can't do that just yet. First, you have to greet. Ding dong. That means when family or friends arrive, you have to be polite. But here's a helpful tip. It doesn't have to take all night. Rule 3, short and sweet. I'm talking about an art form I call the quick hello, a simple friendly greeting, and then you're good to go. Look at all those hands and hugs. They all want to see you. It's been so long. The place you should be heading is what I call the main event. It's best to get there early for directions. Follow the scent. Oh, it smells delicious. Now, please take a moment and savor this part of your day. For my friend, you have arrived at the Thanksgiving buffet. Whew. Turkey and potatoes and gravy and pie and relishes and vegetables. All of those delicious foods. Here's where I can be most helpful. It's time to fill your plate. Remember, the round thing you're holding can hold a lot of weight. Rule 5, the more the merrier. Start with piles of turkey. It's best when it's nice and hot. Then pour on a little gravy. Better yet, pour on a lot. From there, you'll want to add a little something on the side. This part can be tricky. Stick with me, I'll be your guide. First, take sweet potatoes. Trust me, they taste good. Don't be afraid of stuffing, even though it looks like wood. Definitely try the green beans. For color, add cranberry sauce. If you don't eat all of these, it will be your loss. Rule 6, don't be afraid to eat everything. Now, the time has come to issue my Thanksgiving decree. Percy Isaac Gifford's official Thanksgiving decree. I officially command you to eat everything you see. Eat beets, carrots, broccoli, pumpkin, squash, and yams. Eat soups, salads, pickles, chickens, ducks, and clams. Eat rice, mushrooms, walnuts, almonds, figs, tomatoes. Eat fish, veal, asparagus, corn, and mashed potatoes. Eat spinach, biscuits, cabbage, oysters, shrimp, and roast. Eat noodles, ham, and eggplant, and caviar on toast. Eat liver, steak, and onions, Brussels sprouts, and peas. And do not be afraid to say, I'll have lots more, please. Percy. Oh my goodness, Percy eats a lot of things we don't typically have for our Thanksgiving feast. Your plate should now be close to full, though hopefully there are holes. My advice, plug them up with piles of dinner rolls. Rule 7, don't stop or drop, just take some rolls. That's a silly pun. My friend, you've now got what you need. Go find a place to sit. It's time to gobble up your dinner, every single bit. Eat till your plate is squeaky clean, then go back for more. The second time around is something I adore. His rule 8 says, the second time is a charm. And now, for the finale, my favorite. It's time for dessert. Sampling some of everything really cannot hurt. You should try each type of pie, taste every tart or cake, show that you appreciate everyone who tried to bake. And if it's chocolate, I want seconds of that. Rule 9, life is sweeter when you eat sweets. And while we're on the subject, appreciation is a big deal. Today's a day to show you're thankful, and not just for the meal. It's a day to show your loved ones just what they mean to you. So before Thanksgiving is over, there's something I love to do. I give everyone around me their own Thanksgiving hug. I call it the Percy Isaac Special, which means it's big and snug. Rule 10, a hug makes the heart grow fonder. Almost everyone seems to like it. They almost always say, "How nice." But I must admit that over the years, I've been given some advice. Once or twice, it's been suggested that I modify my technique. So I now provide the Overeater Special, a simple light peck on the cheek. Blowing those kisses, virtual hugs to you, my friends, for Thanksgiving. And that is Percy's book, Thanksgiving Rules. Now, in your packet next week, we are going to have some really cute crafts. And you will be able to continue with colorful things with yarn by making this little turkey craft. He has the cutest Google eyes, and you will get all of the things that you need to be able to make him. You have the giant eyes, you have his cut body, and his feet and his beak. So you'll be able to make that craft. You can weave those colorful bits of yarn any way that you want to make his feathers. And within your packet, you will also have a way to follow along with Ms. Ira Byrd to make a placemat that you can weave if you would like to, or if you are a little bit younger or you're an older child that wants to help your sibling, then you'll be able to do colorful bits with your glue and leaves to make your placemat. The instructions are written here, and they'll be in your packet for weaving. But you can also follow along with Ms. Byrd so that you are able to make a placemat right along with her. You can follow her directions, her sequence. She's really, really good at doing a lot of different kinds of weaving, but I hope you're able to make your placemat so that you're ready for your Thanksgiving table. I hope to see you soon, friends, and I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. See you next time. Bye.
Well, hello. I'm so happy to be here to show you all a fun craft. My name is Faye Byrd, and I've been an art teacher for a long time. I'm retired, but I love art. I'm still in art. And today I'm going to show you some examples of some wonderful things you can do with string, yarn. You can use so many different types of media to strings to weave and to just create some beautiful things for your parents, for gifts, or whatever you like for them to be. Okay, so we're going to get started, and I understand that you guys are going to read a book, or your librarian has read a book to you all about Charlotte's Web. And it's so awesome that this can be tied in with the book Charlotte's Web. And I think that's one of some of the boys and girls' favorite books. When I was growing up, I don't remember that book, but it probably was around. So let's get started. All right. Hello again, Miss Byrd. Before we get started, I want to show you all the different types of looms that you can use to create a beautiful piece of weaving. First, let's look at the table loom, all right? So the table loom can sit on the table, or if you want to, you can sit on the floor and weave at the same time. But this is a table loom, and these strings, these are the weft that goes up and down, and then you put the string that goes through. I'm going to reverse that. Warp. This is the warp. The strings that go up and down are called the warp. Okay, and the weft are the strings that go in and out, over and under. And this right here is called a plain weave. And you can actually weave maybe a little pot holder or some small article that you'd like to wall hang it. And this right here is the needle that you use to take in and out, over and under. The only difference, this is larger than what you guys will be doing. So it goes over and under, in and out. So this is the large needle. And here's a small one. This, you can use it for the looms that I'm going to show you in a few minutes. But this is the small or plastic needle. You can go to Walmart or Hobby Lobby and get these type of needles, the plastic needle. Okay, this is the table loom. And remember, the strings that go across, weft, and the strings that go up and down, the warp. All right, I'm going to show you, this is a cardboard loom. And this is a larger loom. And this is how I'll show you how we string that on the back. And these are little decorations that you can add called riga knots. And then you can also interweave with other little colorful, shiny material that make it very decorative. And here's another one. This is the larger loom, cardboard loom, large cardboard loom. And this is some paper I had painted. You know, you can paint paper to make a loom. And this is a stiffer type. This is a larger, I think it's like 6. It's larger than 9 by 12. Okay. Now, I want to show you. Also, I did when I was in college. I did a great big piece where I cut the paper. This is watercolor paper, and I wanted to do a big loom. So this is a huge loom. This is a painting I did. Let's see, turn it the correct way. You can weave through, in and out, and then you have a solid color. And this is one example, another example of all the different things you can do with cutting a loom. This is a larger loom using watercolor paper. See how I cut on the back? Another one I'd like to show is you can actually see a picture here, okay? And notice the back. It's very colorful. It's like a checkerboard, but that's how the weaving, yours will look the same way. If you drew a picture, you can draw a picture and then cut it in strips. Make sure you number it. And then you have woven picture, wall hanging that you can hang on the wall. Okay, that's that example. All right, so I think I've shown you all the examples you can do with a cardboard loom, a paper loom. Now I'm going to show you another loom. This is a smaller cardboard loom. Okay, and I'll demonstrate that last. But first, this is what you guys, boys and girls, you'll be doing a placemat, and you'll be weaving in and out, over and under, and I'll show you the technique. Just flip over the back. It looks the same. All right, I'm going to place that there. Here, I have an example, and I understand that you all will have a little creative pack that you will have at home. The library will send the pack home, and you'll have a piece of construction paper. Your lines are already drawn. So I thought I would go ahead and do this, and I'll just demonstrate to you all the way I would, you would cut your strips. You would cut your loom. This is your loom, I'm sorry. This is your loom. And these are strips. These are my strips right here, okay? These are the strips that would go in and out, over and under. All right, and when you get your construction paper, it's great, your lines are already drawn. But when I was teaching at my school, my boys and girls, they will end up cutting this, start cutting at the open part. If you do that, you mess up. Make sure the fold is facing you like this, okay? And then, I've done it so many times, sometimes I will just eyeball it and just draw the line where I want to stop. And I think you all's packet it's just like this. So you cut on the fold, stop, stop. I put the line there to, to make sure, okay, you don't go, if you go past that, you know what's gonna happen. And I had some boys and girls to do that at school. I said, Miss Byrd, I messed up. Okay, stop right there. And you may have a small end right there. That's okay. You're using a ruler. All right? Now, this is what you'll have. And then you open it up. And this is your paper loom. And we have also used these for Chinese lanterns. We want to do something like that. But we are making a paper weaving placemat. All right, so this is the loom right here. And make sure the fold is toward you. And then you cut and stop. All right, now I'm gonna move the tape over. I'm gonna lay my paper loom down, and this is the one that's already been done. I will get my strips. You can have strips of the same color, or you can use a pattern. And boys and girls, this is so great for math and all that. You learn vertical, you're learning repetition. So, and this is a fun exercise. So you've got your strips, and you may have to cut extra ones, but I think you all have enough. So this right here, we talked about that, and the weft, we go in, and this is lengthwise, this is called the warp. All right, so we can start under or over. If you start on top, that means you're gonna go under. So either or, if you start under, you're gonna go on top. Under, on top, under and over. It's just repetition, okay? Now, I'm gonna choose an orange color. So, now, I had some boys and girls, they would take them all the same way. And I bet you guys know what will happen if I did that. They would all fall down right there. So to keep them like a checkerboard, you gotta start, if you started under, you gotta pick up gently this and go well, you started under here, and then you're gonna go over this one, then under. It can be confusing sometimes, but you just gotta think about that pattern of what you're doing. In, out, over, and under, either or. And then, see, I'm slide, as you put your strip in, push it down. All right? I'm gonna get a yellow. I'm making a pattern. All right, so this one's underneath, this one's on top. So we're gonna go under. Pick it up gently, over, under, over, under, over. All right, there you have a pattern. Next color we're gonna use, we're making a pattern, color pattern. All right, that one's under, so we're gonna jump on top of that one, go under, over. And boys and girls, it's according to how thick the strips are or how thin. And this loom may not take as many strips as this one. Your strips are smaller, so that's okay. It doesn't matter. All right, we're going under, and I think I will only need one more for my placemat. Notice how it's in and out or over and under. Okay, there we go. Take your fingers, push down. Yeah, I think I can get one more in there. Yeah, they're gonna get me another orange strip over here. Excuse me. Well, I have one right here in my face. Okay. And we're going on top of that. Then we're gonna go pick this one up and out. Okay. Take that finger, push through. Okay, there we go. All right. So you may say, well, you got those hands sticking out. That's okay. I have let boys and girls, they like that look. But if you'd like to cut them off, guess what? You can cut these off and take a little dot of glue and glue down those edges. For instance, like if I cut that off. You don't want it flapping up. That could be a decorative part of it, okay? But everybody has got their own preference of how they want their mat to look, okay? And for instance, you can get glue that down, flip it over and do the same thing to keep them from sliding. That's what you can do. And you can also, if you have a little plastic leaves that you get from the dollar store, you can get cute little Thanksgiving things, items that you can glue on the end to make it look very thankful, very fallish. Also, if you'd like to draw little hearts, I have boys and girls have drawn, you know, like if you would like to draw something on it. I'm not good at turkeys, y'all. I'm not drawing turkeys. Okay, so you can do hearts and then color it in to make it decorative. You may want to make a border on the edge of your placemat. So there's so many different things you can do with your Thanksgiving placemat, boys and girls. So this is called the paper loom, okay? Now, that is not as stable as the cardboard loom. Now this right here is the cardboard loom, and this type is the kind that you use yarn with. Now, people have used grass, they have used string, so many different things you can use with the cardboard loom. I've already started this one in a sense. This can be for the older group, but hey, I've seen younger boys and girls do this. So what I've done, I use this kind of tape, and all I did was tape it on the back to keep it from sliding. And then after I have it taped, then you flip it over and make sure it's strong, not strong, but tight. This yarn is thicker than the regular kind, and I like that. You can move it better. And as you pull the string, you're over the loom. Make sure it's pulled tight enough. If it's loose, you know, it won't work too good. Okay, here we go. Over. Pulling it through the little notches. Oops, guess what I did? I didn't have it long enough, but that's okay. What I'm gonna do, flip it over and take tape, pull it so that it's tight, and then tape it so it won't move while you're weaving through it. Now this will, see how it is, because I didn't have enough string. Now, one way that we've taught the boys and girls to have it lengthwise, maybe 2 arms length, but I didn't do that. But that's one way you can measure how much to put here. All right, so with this, I'm going to use white yarn, and that way you'll be able to see what I'm doing as I weave. Now this is basically just like paper weaving. You're using the same pattern. I mean, it's a pattern and using the same repetition as in and out. So what I'm going to do, I'm starting. The same thing goes with this. You kind of eyeball or judge how much, maybe 2 arm lengths of yarn that you're going to use for this. So this is the way you start. Now I showed you all the little plastic needle that I laid somewhere. You can tie this on. Is it in my face? There it is. Okay. You can tie it on, or you can use your fingers. Okay. Now, if this was smaller yarn, you could do that. And I'm not going to use that. The small yarn like this string will go through there easier. There are larger plastic needles. So I'm just going to use my fingers, okay? So the end, you pick up every other one out, over and under, or in and out, okay? So what you do, you pull a certain amount. Right there, pull that down. And you can start at the top or the bottom. It really doesn't matter. Okay, so I have, you can tie this on the back till you get ready to cut it loose. So I have tied a little knot right there, but you can tie this on the back, as I said before, to keep it from moving. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut a little of this off because we're not gonna do the entire process. All right, so, and make sure you don't have the string too long because it will end up get in a knot. And when you do this, do not do that, okay? It won't have the weave-in pattern look. Make sure it's kind of loose. Pull it down. And here we go with the pattern again. See, with this black and white, you can see so much better how the pattern is going, okay? Can you see it now? There we go. Pull it too strong, because if you pull it in a bowing like that, and that's not a good look. All right, so you got to remember this was under, so you're going to pick up this string, the next string, every other string, and go this way. Pull gently, and I like this thicker string. It has a good feel to it. And notice how the pattern is. And you can either take a comb, or you take your fingers, push it down so it'll have that tight knit look, okay, like that. Okay. It's really fun. It's calming, and it's stressless. You can just kind of sit and watch TV, listen to music as you do this. And like I said, it's soothing to you, and good concentration for you, okay? All right. Pull, not too tight, and as you keep going, you'll notice, ooh, I like that look. And it can be for wall hanging, as I said before, or just a little pencil pouch if you be creative with it and do different things with it. Okay, there we go. I'll do just a few more of these so you can see what's happening. I think you already can. Picking up every other one and pulling gently through. Don't do that. See, the look's gone. Remember, we're gonna just keep it loose, but make sure it's pulled down. All right. And I'll take it through one more time. And I bet you all got the knack of that, how to do this technique. It's other techniques that you can use, but this is called the plain weave, okay? The plain weave that you use on your placemat, and you can use the plain weave on several things, but you can also switch about and start doing a different technique, but I'm not gonna confuse you guys. But this right here is the plain weave, and I hope you enjoy, you like that. And when we do this again, I'll show you how to, well, the way I was going to show you how to cut it off. You take this up and cut these strings off after this is filled to the top, all right? And then you can add beads to the ends. Awesome little decoration. So I hope you enjoy that. These different types of loom that I've shown you, the different kinds of yarn, thick yarn. You can go to Walmart, Hobby Lobby, and they have all types of yarn. With the looms, you can cut your own loom, like a paper loom or cardboard loom. You may have to get your mom to help you do that. But with the thicker type looms, and these can be ordered. And happy weaving, and I hope you enjoyed watching this, and you can do your own creation. And as I said before, several different ways that you can do this, but we've done the basic one, which is the plain weave, and just enjoy weaving. Bye now. Perfect. Okay, so anyway.